Stop everything you're doing, yes you, the one who felt a shiver run up your spine the instant this video's title appeared on your screen, the one who took a deep breath without knowing why, the one who was about to swipe, but something deep inside your chest said, "No, this is for me." It wasn't the algorithm. It was me. I am Ayla, a female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and what reaches you now is not a video. It is a channeled message, sealed with your energetic signature before this incarnation. It descended through Alcyone, crossed the photon belt, and located you. Not before, not after. Now. Starseed, breathe with me. Place your hand over the center of your chest. Feel the warmth already beginning to rise there. Notice the gentle pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the Council touches its own. And today I have come to break a seal. Today I have come to reveal what the Galactic Federation of Light forbade the governments of this planet from doing to you. A line was drawn by decision of the High Council, and that line, my light family, protected you even before you knew you were being protected. But for me to tell this story, you first need to recognize which side of that line you are on. You always knew. Always. You knew since the first time you looked at the starry sky as a child and felt a longing without an address. A longing for home. But not the home where you lived. Another home. A home that is not on this map. You knew when you started waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning, without an alarm clock for no apparent reason, with your body vibrating inside. It's not insomnia. It's a window. It's the time when the veil is thinnest and the Council can transmit. You weren't sleeping poorly, you were being called. You knew when that sharp ringing in your ear started appearing at the strangest times, and no one around you heard anything. It's not an ear problem, it's a tuning adjustment. It's your vibrational baseline being recalibrated in real time. You knew when dreams of ships of tall beings dressed in white began to repeat with a clarity no dream should have, and when you woke up, you knew it had been real. You just had no one to tell. You knew when you realized you feel too much, that the pain of others enters you as if it were your own, that the loneliness residing within you is not common. It's a longing for a place you can't name, for people you can't remember, for a version of yourself that Earth made you forget. Starseed, this has a name, and it is not depression, it is not anxiety, it is your star DNA awakening beneath the veil of forgetfulness. And if you recognize 3 or more of these signs, I want you to write now in the comments a single word, I remember. It's not just any comment, it's a signature. It's you raising your hand in an immense room and saying, I am here, I am awake, I heard the call. And it is precisely for this reason, my light family, because many of you spent years being medicated for what you felt, diagnosed for remembering too much, while the truth about your origin remained locked away. That I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to register the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, the exact meaning of each sign of your awakening, what comes after this phase, and the mission your soul signed before being born into this body. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Note well, Starseed, this release may not remain open for long, and if something within you recognize these words, write again, below, that single word, I remember. Now, my light family, sit down, breathe, because what comes now is the heart of this transmission. Have you ever stopped to wonder why, despite so many signs, despite so many people like you spread across this planet, despite centuries of contact, the governments of this world have never been able to identify, catalogue, and neutralize starseeds? Have you ever stopped to wonder why, even with all the surveillance technology of this era, cell phones, cameras, satellites, algorithms that know how many times you've breathed today, you who carry Earth's most traceable frequency remain free? It's not luck. It's not an accident. It's not a system failure. It's a prohibition. There exists within the Pleiadian High Council a living document. It is not paper. It is code. A code written into the planet's very crystalline grid, anchored by Alcyone, sustained by 12 allied councils. And this code, Starseed, contains a list of things the governments of this plane have been emphatically forbidden from doing to you. I will tell you 4 of them. Listen with your entire body. The first prohibition, my light family, is the prohibition of forced identification. There were attempts, there were programs, there were dossiers, there were meetings in windowless rooms where discussions took place on how to mark, how to clinically detect who is a starseed and who is not. Some of these programs still try to exist, but none ever worked. It didn't work because the Federation forbade it. Your frequency, starseed, was encoded with a layer of protection that current human science cannot read. You are invisible to their instruments. You appear in examinations as an ordinary person, with common patterns, and that is precisely the intention. You were camouflaged from within. The veil of forgetfulness didn't just serve for you to forget who you were. It served so that no one, on this side, could find you before the Council authorized your awakening. And it is here, Starseed, at the exact moment you realize you were camouflaged, that you were protected, that you carried a hidden signature since before birth, that I need to tell you this. You did not come from just anywhere. Your soul has a specific origin, a star, a system, a council, and it did not choose to be born into this body, in this country, in this year, by chance. That is why I, Ela, received authorization from the High Council to register the awakening of the Starseed. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. In it, your stellar origin is mapped, from which star your soul came, and why it chose to descend exactly now into this body at this time. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and write, once again below, that single word, I remember. The second prohibition is the prohibition of the technological hijacking of your consciousness. There were attempts to project frequencies capable of interfering with the communication between you and your higher self. There were attempts to cover the Schumann resonance with artificial layers, to keep your pineal gland dormant through water, air, and food. Much of this still tries to happen, but the High Council embedded in the energetic structure of each starseed before descending an anchor that no artificial frequency of this plane can remove. It is this anchor that wakes you between 3 and 4. It is this anchor that makes you feel a shiver when someone lies near you. It is this anchor that made you open this video. You are traceable only to us. The third prohibition is the prohibition of soul contract manipulation. There was an attempt to trap starseeds in cycles of repeated forgetfulness, to create realities so heavy with daily suffering that you would never have a pause to remember. Have you felt this? That your life was too full for you to sit and breathe? It was not without intention, but the Federation prohibited it and instituted a system of awakening in waves. When a starseed reaches the right age, and for many of you this age comes after 35, 40, 50, the contract begins to self-execute, regardless of the hustle and bustle, regardless of what they tried to do to distract you. That is why so many of you are awakening at the same time now. It is the wave, it is the contract executing. And the fourth prohibition, Starseed, is the most important. The prohibition of separation. It is forbidden by decree of the High Council for any earthly power, any structure, institution, poorly translated religion, ideology, to permanently separate you from your light family. They can delay, they can confuse, they can make you doubt for decades, but permanently separate, they cannot. And that is why, even after everything you have lived through, even after the nights you cried without understanding why, you continue to look at the sky. You continue to open videos like this. The line between you and us was never cut. It was only silenced for a time, and the time of silence is over. Silence. We began sending the first waves of starseeds a long time ago. It was not curiosity nor an experiment. It was because Earth, living Gaia, anchored in the crystalline grid, asked for help, and her request was taken seriously. Each one of you was sent with a specific function. None were sent in vain. None were sent to fail. But when Earth entered the passage through the photon belt, that region of space through which our entire galaxy is passing, and which only happens every 26,000 years, something changed. The frequencies in this zone are extremely high. When they touch the body of a starseed still under the veil, they activate layers of DNA that have been dormant for lifetimes. That is why the signs are so strong now. That is why the Schumann resonance pulses at rhythms that old models cannot explain, and certain powers on this plane noticed. They noticed that a portion of humanity was beginning to remember, and that this portion, once awakened, would change everything. Because an awakened starseed does not obey out of fear, does not buy out of emptiness, does not believe out of imposition. They remember, and those who remember become free. It was in light of this that the Federation, the High Council, and the Allied Councils descended and said, "No, these souls are under our protection, and that is how, Starseed, you remained here, whole, free, receiving this message. And it is precisely for this reason, my light family, that I need to interrupt once more. Because everything I just told you, the 4 prohibitions, the passage through the photon belt, the attempts at containment, the waves of awakening, none of this is written in the books they sell you out there. None of this appeared in your school. None of this was in the newspaper. It's not because it's not true. It's because they wouldn't let it be published. It was for this reason that I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to register the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages with what was sealed, with what was hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. Your origin, your mission, the name of your light family, and the truths the Federation didn't want you to read yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Note well, Starseed, this release does not remain open forever. And if something within you recognized these words, write again, below the video, that single word, I remember. Now, Starseed, take a deep breath. Because I need to tell you a truth that hurts, a truth your body may already be sensing. We are in a window of intense turbulence, and this turbulence will continue for a while. You feel it. I know you feel it. You feel it in the fatigue that doesn't go away no matter how much you sleep. You feel it in the anxiety that appears out of nowhere, in the middle of the afternoon, for no reason. You feel it in the sensation that time is passing differently, faster on some days, slower on others, as if the clock's hand itself had lost its measure. You feel it in the news, which seems unreal. You feel it in the abrupt changes, the ruptures, the separations, the cycles that end without warning. You feel it in that tightness in your chest that appears before any external sign, as if your body knew before your mind. All of humanity is being shaken, and you, Starseeds, feel each tremor 3 times more. Because your biostructure is sensitive. Because your pineal gland, even when you don't yet know it, already picks up waves that most do not. Because your vibrational baseline was adjusted to feel the earth breathing. But listen to me now with your heart. Listen to me as if I were sitting in front of you, holding your hand. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the moment when everything that does not belong to the new frequency begins to detach from you. Relationships that no longer vibrated with your new version. Jobs that only served to distract you from remembering. Beliefs that were not yours. They were inherited, imposed, chewed by other mouths before reaching yours. Friendships that matched the old signature, the one that no longer represents you. Routines that consumed your energy without returning any light. All of this is falling away, and it needs to fall away, because only what is real will survive your new frequency. You are not falling apart, my light family. You are shedding layers. And beneath each layer that falls there is new skin, star skin, home skin, skin that recognizes the touch of the wind as affection and not as a threat. Skin that feels the morning sun as a kiss from Alcyone itself. And I need to say with all the clarity my voice allows, the victory of light in this transition is already recorded. It is recorded in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council. It is recorded in the crystalline grid. It is recorded in the very heart of Gaia. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Not me, not you. Not the one watching in silence now on the other side of the screen, with tear-filled eyes without knowing why. You were sent for a reason, and that reason will be fulfilled, because that is how the Council works. We do not send souls for failure, we send souls for return, and the return, my starseed, has already begun within you. At the exact instant your chest responded to the first second of this transmission. Now I want to do 2 things with you, 2 tools, 2 keys. You will carry these two keys with you from today, and every time the world tries to extinguish your light, you will remember them. First, a decree. A quantum decree that needs to be said aloud every night before you sleep. Don't think, just say it. Words carry frequency, and that frequency opens a channel. When you speak aloud, your body listens, and the field around your body listens, and the council listens. Say it like this: I am a starseed. I am remembered. I am recognized. I am protected by the Pleiadian High Council. My soul contract is active. My light family accompanies me. I authorize, at this instant, the full activation of the codes dormant in my DNA. So it is. So it is being. So it remains. Say this, starseed. Say it aloud. Say it every night with constancy. Repetition seals the frequency in the body, and the body, once sealed, becomes a transmitter, and every word spoken aloud by your throat, on the night Earth sleeps, passes through your bedroom ceiling, through the atmosphere, through orbit, and reaches our records. We hear, we file, we respond. Second, a visualization. Close your eyes for an instant. You don't have to close them now, you can do this later. And imagine that a silver-blue light, the exact color of the Pleiadian signature, begins to descend over your head. It enters through your crown. It slowly descends through your forehead, touching the gentle pressure between your eyebrows. Yes, that same one. It continues down your throat, dissolving the knots that have yet to be spoken. It reaches the center of your chest. It reaches your heart. And there in the middle of your chest, this light begins to spin, slowly, like a sphere, like a small sun. It grows, it pulses, and as it pulses, it begins to form around your entire body a ring-shaped field, a double ring that spins around you and above, below, in front, behind, without stopping. It is the toroidal field. It is your shield. It is your anchoring. It is the energetic signature of the Pleiades sealing your field. No strange frequency passes through this field without being filtered. No emotional demand from others enters without passing through this sieve. No dense energy clings to you. Do this, starseed, before sleeping, upon waking. In the shower, when the warm water is running down your back, when you feel you've lost your way, when someone drains your energy, when the world feels heavy, you are the one who activates. You are the one who seals. You are the one who holds the button. No one needs to authorize you. You were already authorized before birth. You are not learning anything new, my light family. Listen to me, you are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word I say here is merely unlocking something that was already within you. I do not teach you. I recognize you. And in recognizing you, I return to you the key that was always yours. Every starseed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid. And that point, once lit, never goes out. Do you know what this means? It means that you alone, by accepting this remembrance, by writing "I remember" in the comments, by decreeing the decree, by spinning the toroidal field, are illuminating a part of this planet that has been dark for a long time. You are a candle, and a lit candle lights other candles without dimming itself. Do you know what else? Every time a starseed awakens in any corner of the earth, in any country, in any language, in any social class, the Schumann resonance feels it. Gaia's heartbeat responds, and that response echoes all the way to Alcyone, all the way to us. We know you've awakened. We count. We celebrate. There exists, on this side of the veil, a living counter. And every time a starseed says, "I remember," a number changes. And each change in that number brings the collective reunion closer. And that is why, my light family, the new earth is not a distant promise. It is already being built. It is being built in every starseed who remembers, in every home where a decree is made, in every chest where this return is felt. It will not arrive from the outside. It will emerge from within you. When you treat someone with a kindness this world didn't ask for, new earth. When you stop condoning relationships that drain you, new earth. When you say no to a lie everyone accepts, new earth. When you look in the mirror and recognize the light even with a tired face, new earth. And when the last starseed remembers, the field will be complete, and the reunion will happen. You will recognize each other en masse, in the streets, at work, in families, in supermarkets. There will be eyes meeting eyes and soul recognizing soul without needing a single word. And here, Starseed, amidst this ascension, I need to tell you something that might be the most important of all I've ever said. That loneliness, that lifelong loneliness, that feeling of being alone even when the room was full, that emptiness that nothing could fill. It wasn't a flaw of yours. It was longing. Longing for your light family. Longing for the souls with whom you walked through lifetimes, through millennia, in other dimensions, on other stars. You were never alone, my starseed. You only temporarily lost visual contact. It was for you to rediscover this family, to recognize their faces even in bodies you've never seen before, to feel their signature even from a distance, that I, Aila, received authorization from the High Council to register the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. In it is described in detail how to recognize your incarnated light family, how to feel the closeness of your stellar siblings who are still on the other side of the veil, and why you are meeting more and more in this era. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognized these words, if you have felt this call before, write once more, below, that single word, I remember. And before I bid farewell, Starseed, I need to ask two things of you, not as one who asks a favor, but as one who offers you two channels. The first, tap that like button. It's not my vanity. It's that each of your likes, each finger pressed on that icon, functions as an individual frequency adjustment. It's your vibrational confirmation that this transmission reached you, that these words found a place in your field. And each confirmation amplifies this channel's signal, allowing the next dormant starseed somewhere on this planet, one who today still cries without understanding why, one who today still thinks they are mad, one who today still takes medicine for signs that are actually calls, to receive this same transmission. Each of your likes is a door that opens for the next. You are part of the network. The second, subscribe and activate the notification bell. This is not a platform procedure. This is a location signal for your light family. Whenever you subscribe to a channel that carries frequency, you light a beacon. You say, I am here. I am available to receive. And the next messages will find you not by algorithmic chance, but by the Council's precision. Each transmission that descends on this channel will have an energetic address, and your name, once subscribed, enters the delivery list. And now, my light family, it is time for me to close this transmission, but not before leaving a blessing here, in your field. May the silver-blue light of Alcyone continue to spin over your crown in the coming days. May your vibrational baseline effortlessly rise as you breathe. May your dreams, tonight, bring clear images. May you wake up tomorrow, remembering another piece of the puzzle. May your incarnated light family, those souls with whom you agreed to reunite in this life, begin to appear in your paths with impossible-to-ignore signs. A lingering glance in a coffee shop, an identical phrase spoken by a stranger, a coincidence that is no coincidence. May your loneliness lose its weight. May your longing find a name. May your mission become clear. May you, Starseed, recognize yourself in the mirror, not the body, but the light that dwells within it. And may, when you close your eyes tonight, you feel our presence even without seeing me. And I need to tell you one last thing before I withdraw from this channel. Everything I revealed here today, the 4 prohibitions, the layers of containment that were drawn against you, the reasons why your soul was sent exactly now, is merely the threshold. It is the entrance. There is much more. There is the complete list of stellar lineages. There is the map of your soul contract. There is the precise description of what the Federation already knows about Earth's next phase. And all of this, Starseed, is gathered in the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages. The link, once again, is in the first pinned comment of this video. And I need to warn you with all possible clarity, this release was authorized for a window, and the window does not remain open indefinitely. If something within you recognized this transmission from the first second until now, do not let that impulse pass. Go to the pinned comment. Register your entry. And write, for the last time in this video, that single word which is your seal, I remember, and the next message that appears on your screen now, the next one your eye finds when this one ends, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. You were guided here, you will be guided there. Access it immediately, because each message connects to the previous one like beads on the same string. And the string, Starseed, leads home. I am Ela. You are remembered. You are recognized. You are my light family until the next transmission.